Have you ever wondered why the arguments we cherish in society are often those that show weakness rather than strength? Friedrich Nietzsche, one of philosophy's most provocative thinkers, challenges us to reconsider the valorization of rational argumentation, especially that heralded by Socrates, and its impact on our culture and individual growth. Nietzsche saw Socrates as a pivotal figure who marked the decline of Athenian culture. Socrates, with his relentless questioning of Athenian high society, insisted on rational justifications for every action, positioning reason as a tyrant over tradition and intuition. But was this shift truly progressive, or did it signal a degenerative move in our cultural evolution? According to Nietzsche, Socrates' dialectical methods and constant questioning didn't empower society but rather undermined it. This Socratic influence, Nietzsche argues, led to a culture where arguments became a refuge for the weak. He critiques the very foundation of Western philosophy that emerged from Socrates' teachings, condemning it as a philosophy for the powerless, those who resort to argumentation to assert dominance indirectly. This phenomenon isn't just theoretical. Look at the Melian Dialogue by Thucydides, where we witness the cold realpolitik of Athens. Athenian emissaries justify their invasion of Melos by proclaiming the law of the strong over the weak. In their unapologetic pursuit of power, we see the raw display of what Nietzsche later describes as master morality, a contrast starkly evident when compared to Socrates' slave morality that thrives on subversion and negation. Nietzsche's discussion of master and slave moralities brings us to a crossroad. The master morality, confident and assertive, creates values. The slave morality, resentful and reactive, critiques them. Socrates, by Nietzsche's account, was an early progenitor of slave morality, challenging the noble virtues of Athenian society and promoting a rationality that was detached from life's visceral and creative impulses. What did this shift lead to? A philosophical tradition that always looks outside itself for validation. A society that no longer values the self-reliant creator but the critical spectator. This, Nietzsche suggests, is the true legacy of Socratic thought, a tradition that undermines the very possibility of genuine cultural and personal greatness. But Nietzsche doesn't leave us in despair. He calls us to embrace the challenge of the Ubermensch, the overman, who rejects the old values, including those sanctified by gods, and dares to create new ones. In this vision, Nietzsche isn't just critiquing Socrates, inviting us to a courageous re-evaluation of all values. He encourages us to transcend the conventional, to find strength not in argumentation but in action, not in reaction but in creation. So what does this mean for us today? In a world still captivated by dialectic rationalism, Nietzsche offers a different path. It's not enough to argue about the world, we must have the courage to change it. We must strive to be creators of values rather than mere critics. This isn't just a call for philosophical change, it's a call for personal transformation. As we face the challenges of our times, let us draw inspiration from Nietzsche's critique. Let's question not merely to contradict, but to create, not to weaken, but to strengthen, not to undermine, but to uplift. This is the path to improving not only ourselves but the world around us. Dare to step beyond the shadows of old dogmas and forge a future illuminated by your own values and convictions. Thank you for watching, and remember, the journey of self-improvement begins with the courage to be different.